Hello, everybody, and welcome to Talk-A-Bone Podcast on this lovely Wednesday, February 13th. I am your host, Joe, aka Bander, and here with me today is my co-host, Hooligan, aka Joey.
AKA Mr. Spicy Fries.
How are you doing today, and how excited are you?
I'm doing very well, and I'm extremely excited. Today's Nintendo Direct was something quite amazing.
Yes, and if you haven't already guessed it, that is today's topic, the Nintendo Direct, because there's nothing else to talk about right now, except maybe Kingdom Hearts, but we'll do something like that later. So, let's start with initial impressions. Joey, want to give me like a letter grade out of, F to A plus range? How are you feeling? What do you think?
I'd give a rating for it a solid B.
I'm gonna go with a B plus.
Okay, well, we're kind of in the same ballpark then.
Yeah, I think an A from me would definitely be like the original Switch reveal press conference thing they had, because they had Zelda, they had Mario, and they had a bunch of other, like Mario Kart and a bunch of other cool stuff. Today was a B plus. Today was awesome. Some really cool stuff that I'm looking forward to, but nothing like, oh my god, I can't believe they did that. No Smash Bros, obviously. So.
Yeah, I think what would have put it closer to an A rank for me would have maybe been, DLC Fighter number 2 being announced for Smash Bros.
Very true. And with all the hubbub and blurble about it being a Dragon Quest character, I'm kind of surprised there was such a significant portion of the direct focus on Dragon Quest, and you would think that this would be the time to throw out the Dragon Quest character. But maybe that's not true. Maybe it is coming later. Who knows? Maybe they'll be focusing on more Dragon Quest stuff later down in a future direct.
Right.
But let's get into it. Let's start with the very first thing that came out in that direct, which was Super Mario Maker 2. Your thoughts? Did you have the original one?
I did have the original one for the Wii U. I thought it was a very fun game, very creative, very ingenuitive. The look of this one looks to be a lot more diverse, with all the different variables you could throw in to each stage, and it looks like it flows a lot more than the original did.
Yeah, like with the UI, the wheel that you can spin around to get the specific item you want, and you have the different ones with different categories on them. They have the Super Mario 3D World art style they have, which it's funny when you look at the new Super Mario Bros. Style. It almost looks that like they downgraded it to more of like the Wii kind of resolution. I don't know why that would happen, but the 3D world looks very sharp, whereas the new Super Mario Bros. Looks kind of grainy in a way. And I wonder if that's intentional. I wonder if they intentionally did that to make that sort of difference between these two styles kind of pop out a little
That
more.
probably is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. And another thing they added is you can, from what it seems like, they didn't confirm this, but the art image that they released of the game, sort of like a promotional image, shows obviously Mario and Luigi on the front thing, but also shows Luigi, Toad, and Toadette running around in the stage alongside of Mario. So that to me says you can play as multiple characters this time around. Maybe not necessarily cooperative, like two-player, but at least you can play as a different character, which is awesome.
I think online play would be pretty cool.
Define online play.
Obviously you could share a stage with one of your friends, but you could run the stage with your friend online. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, like cooperatively, right? Or versus.
Exactly. Yeah. Or either way, either one.
I think versus would be really cool if you had sort of like a ghost runner, like sort of. I think Mario Run had that kind of feature where you can follow a ghost. In fact, I know it had that feature because I remember that being the only exciting thing about that game.
Oh gosh.
Now, I have some criticisms of Super Mario Maker 1 in that one they addressed a lot of the things that they've added into the game. It was obviously clear response to community feedback, but I always felt that Super Mario Maker always felt I want to say Nintendo's slow. And what I mean by that is when you play a game like Super Meat Boy or Celeste or Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, it's very snappy when you make a mistake. You die, you spawn back in, you restart instantly. Pow, 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 pow.
Right.
Celeste, you die, you jump back to the checkpoint. Meat Boy, you die, you jump back to checkpoint. Donkey Kong, you die, you have the little floaty scene with the balloon, and then you're right back into it. The problem with Mario has always been you die in Mario, you get kicked out of the level, you select the level again, and then you load back in. And it always feels to me like a way too much of downtime, where you really just want to be right back into it. Like, die,
Right,
checkpoint.
while your mind is still fresh in it.
Yeah, and just because general pacing of the game. And I always felt like Super Mario Maker felt slow in between just actually playing the game. And there's another complaint I had with, do you remember NES Remix?
Yes.
Those games I felt were terribly Nintendo slow. In that when you finish a level, which takes like 10 seconds, and then you take 10 more seconds to get into the next level, where it's like you finish the level, go back to the menu, press down, select the next thing, load in. Where it's like, can we not just finish the level, next, and then there's an option with a menu that pops up that says next level, replay level, quit. And you just hit next level and loads the next level immediately.
Right.
Just things like that. And I always feel like Super Mario Maker for some reason had that kind of problem. But I'm definitely willing to give this one another shot, especially because now I know we might all be playing it, which would be cool. And
Yes, that would
hopefully
be very fun.
some better community sharing tools, which would be really cool. But let's move on to the next thing, which was I think the next thing was Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, coming out summer 2019 and revealed the character Captain Marvel.
Yes.
Joey, I know you're excited for this game.
I am. I've played the first two, both very fun. I love the style of the game, putting a team of different heroes together or the same team, if you want to stay that way. But it's a fun style to charge through every level, beat down all the bad guys, and just use the powers of the superheroes that you've grown up to know and love. And
It looks
It just
looks
looks great.
very much like a game that would be released back then, sort of kind of not super deep with each character, but just fun enough to where you're just beating up things. You have your characters, they're saying funny things, like Spider-Man is just making all kinds of quips and stuff like that. It just sounds fun.
Right.
It sounds like a good time. Now, I don't know, is it online co-op? Because if it was, that would be really fun.
I think it said it was online co-op. I'm pretty sure it did.
We have the power of Google. Is Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 online co-op? Ba, 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 ba. Da, 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 da. 4-player drop-in, drop-out campaign co-op will still be a main feature. Couch, LAN, online, and combo.
So it is online.
Combo? Does that mean you can play... Does that
All at
mean
the same time?
you can play one person locally with you while playing online with people?
That sounds like what it is.
What a crazy feature. That's the most mind-blowing thing I've ever heard. You can actually play this game with someone next to you and someone online. That's never happened before, Joey. Have you ever heard of a game doing that before?
I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or not.
Actually, wait, it's coming back to me. I think that has been in a game before. And I think that game was called Super Smash Bros. Brawl.
Super Smash Brothers
But for
Brawl.
whatever reason, that's not available in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And this is Ultimate
Oh,
Alliance.
shots fired.
What's going on,
Shots
Joey?
fired.
How can you explain this?
I can't. But you know who could explain this? Sakurai.
And perhaps the version 3.0 update? Huh?
Maybe that could be it. Maybe it could be an update for online.
This is
God,
probably
you need it.
the worst part of the direct for me. This Smash Ultimate thing. It just felt so.
We have a new update coming, but you're gonna have to wait.
So fuck off for now. Here's Joker from the waist down. Now, granted, just the fact that they're like, hey, we got a big content update coming in April. they're obviously teasing this a bit more than the 2.0 update, so I think there'll be something of substance, and there's obviously something more than just Joker, which I think we might get a stage builder based on what that blurred image looked like. That didn't look like just a regular gameplay. So I'm excited for that, whatever that could be. More Smash content is always awesome, and yeah, not the best part of the direct, but it's nice to know they're working on stuff. I think now would actually be a good time to mention a game that didn't get a content update that I'm very shocked didn't get a content update, which was Super Mario Party. It was released back in October, right after the September Nintendo Direct, and has not received a single update since, which, since Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker, a port of a game that was on Wii U, is getting a major content update, one would think that Mario Party, a game that clearly needs a content update and fits so perfectly with a content update, would get a content update.
Come on, Captain Love hasn't.
Captain Love.
Captain Toad has been shown no love in such a long time, man. Let him have his content update. I'm sure something new and something hot is going to be coming to Super Mario Party, but give it time.
They have been known to announce content updates in just general videos. They've done that with Mario Tennis Aces. So I'm not worried about Super Mario Party. Plus, if they are doing a content update, for sure it's new boards. So I would assume that they're probably taking a little bit more time for that.
Right. Because it's not going to be an overnight thing with that.
Right. And then one thing you even have to think about is that it's not just a board for the Mario Party mode, it's also a board for the teams mode as well.
Yes.
Since it's the same board, but there's different stuff with it.
Yeah. So definitely a lot more work that has to go into that.
Yeah, exactly. Which I'm patient. I'm enjoying Super Mario Party. Whenever there's some people over, it's always nice to hey, let's play some Mario Party, and everyone's like, yeah. Even if there's only 4 maps.
Yes. 4 maps enough to ruin the friendships. Let's get it on.
Oh yeah, plenty. I mean, when Mario Party is a very long-term game. I played Mario Party 6 and 7 for 10 years. So, Super Mario Party, depending on what they do with future Mario Party titles, realistically could last a very long time for me. And I only play it once every couple months because that's how many friends how many times friends visit me.
Gosh.
Not exactly true.
Not entirely true.
The girlfriend and I are planning to have a sleepover with friends on Saturday. A legit pajamas and pizza and movies sleepover.
That sounds like a fun time.
Hopefully. We'll play some Mario Party. Some Super Mario Party. Anyway, my point is that I only play it every few months. Having 4 maps doesn't make much of a difference because, you're not really going to get bored of the same 4 maps over the course of a year. If you're only playing it once every few months. It doesn't really matter. Now, what's next? Next on the list is... First, there was Minecraft survival games. Then...
I know where this is going.
That one game that no one plays anymore. Then there was PUBG. Then Fortnite. Then Call of Duty Blackout. Then Apex Legends. But none of those can compare to Tetris 99. 99 players playing hardcore Tetraminos. One shall survive. Free for Nintendo Switch Online subscribers. Now Dylan cannot make the joke anymore that you only get 20 NES games, because you also get 20 NES games plus Tetris Battle Royale.
God, the hottest battle royale to hit the surface of the earth.
It's true. You're downloading it right now?
I already have it downloaded. I'm ready to go.
Cool. As soon as my online starts working, I'll be sure to join you on that.
Oh, joy.
Box Boy and Box Girl, launching April 26th. You ever play Box Boy?
I played it briefly before. I gotta say, it looked like so much fun. I think I'm gonna get Box Boy and Box Girl for the Switch.
That's a girlfriend co-op game, right?
Definitely.
I'm like, this is a girlfriend co-op game right here. This is easy peasy, sit down, easy to understand. Nothing's chasing
Yeah.
after you.
No, it looked like so much fun, and it's simplistic, but at the same time, it's got a challenge to it.
Hmm.
So definitely gonna be something I'll be picking up and enjoying.
I wonder how much it costs. Hopefully not too much. Hopefully like a $20.
I
$20.
would say
$20 sounds like
almost
it.
$30.
Next, or one thing I'd like to point out with this direct, right before it, there was a reset era thread user who essentially leaked the date of the Nintendo Direct as well as some of the content that would be in it. And he guessed the date correctly as well as a handful of games. He said we'd be getting Mario Party 2, not Mario Party 2, Mario Maker 2, the Zelda game, Box Boy, and one more thing, which was, what was it? It was, I actually don't know what it was. I think there was one other thing. But he also said, oh, Metroid Trilogy and Pikmin 3 as ports.
Ah,
Now, he said that, and I say he, I don't know if it was a he or she. He said that it wasn't confirmed whether or not they would be in the Direct, which they were not. Now, we've gotten a lot of rumors that Metroid Prime Trilogy was out and ready. They've just been kind of sitting on it to release it at the right time, which I could believe. And with the recent Metroid delay, who knows when they're actually going to start pushing that for as a marketing tool for Metroid Prime 4.
uh-huh.
So I assume that's still like in the works. And Pikmin 3 port, which I liked Pikmin 3. It was actually the only Pikmin game I've ever played. I don't know if I'd be willing to pick it up again, but it's nice to know that they're working on it. Did you play Pikmin 3 or Pikmin in general?
I honestly can never say I've played a Pikmin game.
They're fun. I think you'd like it. It's a strategy game without being super difficult. Not saying anything about
Right.
not saying anything, but you'd like it.
I'm an idiot. I get
I keyed.
it.
Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, which is a spiritual successor to Castlevania, made by what I believe was the original game creator or someone who worked on the original games. Looks cool. I don't know if that's a game for me, really. What about you? Castlevania?
If there's a demo, I'll give it a try, but probably not something I'm gonna be picking up on.
I wasn't a big fan of the art style. It looked a little gaudy. I don't know. I'm not.
That's a good review.
I'm a little. I'm kind of moving past my big titty anime girl phase.
No, you can't. You can't.
Can't leave. Once you're in, you'll never leave.
Once you're in, that's it.
All right. Dragon Quest Builders 2. Did you ever play Dragon Quest Builders? Don't think so.
Not a lot of it. No.
It's kind of like a Minecraft-esque combined with a little bit of Terraria-esque and Dragon Quest, sort of.
Okay.
I don't know. It's it's always reviewed well and it looks pretty fun, but I don't know if I'll be putting money down towards that. There's foxes in Minecraft now, so why would I switch?
Right.
Dragon
You just
Quest.
keep getting more and more animals in Minecraft.
Oh, it's so nice. It's so awesome. I haven't played in a while. One, because my freaking account, I can't get into my account right now.
You got
And-
hacked.
I don't know if I got hacked or not. I just think I forgot my password. And apparently Mojang is still dealing with invoices from January 20th, so they're a little
Mhm.
behind. Dragon Quest XI got its release date-esque for the Nintendo Switch. It released last year for PS4 and I believe Xbox One and PC. I'm not sure. But it looks pretty good. It's a big, huge RPG. It's really good. It's like a one of the best JRPG franchises of all time. This was a really big hit game. Didn't sell great, but it definitely sold well in Japan. And it's, who knows, it might be the next Smash character. So might want to pick it up
Very
at some
well
point.
could be.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, Joey, the moment we've all been waiting for. Disney Tsum Tsum Festival 2019 How excited are you for this? For this? For this guy?
I'm actually about 50% excited for it.
Honestly, if it's halfway competent and not very expensive, I might pick it up for the jokes. But
Right.
other than that, it looks cute.
It's a cute little, hey, girlfriend, come here, play this with me game.
True. If I had a child, maybe I'd get it.
That too, yeah.
Starlink Battle for
Hey.
Axis is getting a Star Fox team update. Now,
Yes, it is.
I didn't get Starlink. I wanted to, but I never had a chance to pick it up just because there was a lot going on, video game wise, in the holidays.
Yep.
It getting a nice big update with more Star Fox content would actually make me pick it up. I think
Right.
just having all that stuff. Now, an interesting tidbit is: do you remember the rumors of Team Star Fox Racing?
Yes.
Now,
Very
the rumors
briefly.
for that game was being developed by Retro Studios, the creators of Metroid Prime and Donkey Kong Returns, as well as Tropical Freeze. And they've been working on that game what would have been since 2014, so 5 years. Now that we know that they're now currently working on Metroid Prime 4, one would assume that whatever they've been working on for these last 5 years would be out by now, or would have been announced. Would have been announced today.
Right.
But so far, hasn't been announced. And then, all of a sudden, Starlink Battle for Atlas somehow has a new update for the Star Fox mode with a racing mode.
Interesting.
It's very interesting. There's also, I believe, like pretty much an equal amount of rumors pointing towards that game getting canceled and just scrapped from existence. So it's very interesting to see that they're adding a racing mode to that game, which they may just be making content. They may not really think about. They may not even, that team may not even know that Star Fox has a racing mode in development. Although I assume they have to get approval from Nintendo. But
Right.
it just seems so weird that would be a thing happening. Which I hope to God that whatever Retro was working on didn't get canceled, because that sucks that they were working on something for 5 years, and almost scary, because for a team like that to be having that big of a problem and now trying to pick up the slack on Metroid is like, oh, are they actually able to pull this off? Can they actually make Metroid Prime 4 and make it good?
I know, right?
There's some rumors. I keep just referring to rumors, and I've absolutely no sources for these rumors. But there was some stuff going on with Retro about having trouble with management, and a lot of people leaving the studio, kind of not being exactly the right team. But it just kind of sucks because honestly, the 5 games that I've known them to make are all so good. And it would suck for that kind of developer to go down the hill just because of some sort of mismanagement situation. But anyway, that's all speculation. No need to continue on that.
Right.
Have you ever played Rune Factory? Is that a game that's ever been around you?
No, I can't say I've ever played that.
Me neither. Apparently some people were excited for it, but it's definitely something that I wouldn't really be interested in just because it's another JRPG. It's got its farming mode. It's all cutesy pootsy. And it's just like, I can't pick up another JRPG. I kind of want Dragon Quest XI, but that's like, and then looking down this list, there's like 3 more JRPGs. No, there's
right?
there's like 5 more JRPGs on this list. But anyway, so if you're a fan of Rune Factory, I hope this is very exciting for you. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker gets 2-player mode launching today, as well as DLC coming March 14th. I was a big fan of Captain Toad on the Wii U. I believe
I was
were.
too.
You were
It
too.
was a very fun game. Yes.
It was such a creative, fun little game. I always tell the funny story how Trevor and I were playing 3D World, and we were playing the Toad levels, and he just jokingly said, completely Trevor sarcastic, like just talking shit, says, "These are so fun, ha ha ha, they should make a whole game out of this." And then they did, and it was great. And he was like, "Oh god." And you can watch the original Dunder Theaters in which we played Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker.
Oh lordy.
With terrible quality and terrible mic quality.
But so much fun.
So much fun. And it's got 2-player mode, which means, guess what? We got another one, Joey. Another girlfriend game.
Woo!
Woohoo!
Girlfriend games.
Yay!
It's Valentine's Day tomorrow, so surprise him with all that.
And Dick. I mean, what? Oninaki, coming summer 2019 from the creators of I Am Setsuna. Not a game I've played, another JRPG. Looks really cool. The art style is pretty, very colorful, very Okami-esque, I would say. But
Right.
can't really say much more about it. Yoshi's Crafted World coming March 29th with a demo launching today. Every time I see this game, it looks more and more incredible. Like I loved Yoshi's Woolly World. I thought that was so much fun. This game looks like it blows that game out of the water.
Right.
There's so much going on.
That looks really good.
There's so much like depth with the backgrounds and how much that interacts with you. You throwing things in the background, the 3D modes that I've seen. It looks so good. I'm so excited for that game. That is like prime time, like second tier Nintendo goodness, and I'm all about that. Not to say
Definitely. It looks like a lot of fun. And I believe this one can also be co-op.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
Another girlfriend game.
Another girlfriend game. Woohoo! We interrupt your regularly scheduled podcast to bring you a special excerpt. It seems in our negligence of being proper podcast hosts, we forgot to talk about Fire Emblem. We completely skipped over and went straight to Dead by Daylight. So we're gonna give you our thoughts real quick post recording. Joey, what did you think about Fire Emblem Three Houses?
I thought it was a really good trailer. It looks like it's a lot of fun for a Fire Emblem game.
What's your experience with Fire Emblem?
Honestly, I was about to say zero experience.
But you like Fire Emblem characters.
Yeah, for someone who loves the Fire Emblem characters and Smash Bros. So much, I just, for whatever reason, have no Fire Emblem experience. And, that's just...
It honestly makes sense because you never had the 3DS, so one of the big opportunities to play Fire Emblem games was kind of lost on you. But now,
True.
Switch comes out, totally have a chance. Good opportunity. What I liked about this one is you can tell that they're gonna have the classic Fire Emblem style strategy gameplay, but they're really putting this focus on this kind of in between section where you get to train up these units, specialize them, customize them how you want, and build up your army in a lot more I want to say hands-on approach than previous Fire Emblem games, where a lot of times you do your battle and then you go into your barracks, which involves you just selecting through a couple menus, talking guys through, maybe buying some stuff at a shop, and then that's it. What I like about this is like you're running around your castle, you're talking to people. It's much more RPG-like elements versus previous Fire Emblem games, which I like.
Right. And, talking about Fire Emblem games, I was actually thinking of picking up Fire Emblem, I believe, Warriors. It's modeled like Legend of Zelda Hyrule Warriors.
Like the Dynasty Warrior games.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, it's it got good reviews. I'm sure it's a good time. I'm not a super fan of Dynasty Warrior games, but once that game goes on like a really good sale, I'll be like, that's mine.
Right, but it's something to pick up for that Fire Emblem experience because really, all I know from it is Roy, Ike, and Marth. I mean, I know Lucina, Chrom, and all the others, but that's all I know is the characters.
They got a good roster. The mobile game is always open for you to pick up, and that has a pretty mobile-ish version of Fire Emblem kind of style gameplay.
I might give that a try.
Give it a try. Yeah. Delay kind of sucks, but I'm patient. I don't really mind having a 2-month delay. It's not like it really matters to me in the long run, but yeah, good stuff. Now back to your regularly scheduled podcast. Dead by Daylight launching fall 2019. I hope this isn't a $60 game. Otherwise, I ain't getting that.
Yeah, no. If it's that high, I won't be getting it. I had it on the PC for quite a while, and it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. If it's at a reasonable price range, I will most likely be getting it for the Switch because I loved it. It was so much fun.
Yeah, that's the thing. I would love to play that with you guys if we had a full team of 5, because I know that game is not fun when you have random people. At least in my opinion.
Yeah.
So if it's a good price, then maybe we can all pick it up and play. That'd be really fun. Deltarune Chapter 1, free. Next chapters will be paid.
I am excited for this.
I'm excited
because I
for you.
loved Undertale. It
I,
was so much fun.
at some point, I either have to get uh, get access to your online games. Secret Santa.
Oh, hey, yeah, full access is open to you.
I do
Go
own it
for it.
on PC, but I never really played it because I don't really like playing indie games on PC. I just think the Switch is such a better platform with it. But it also is on
All right,
sale today for I think $10, so maybe I'll just pick it up on sale.
that'd be a good idea because it
So
was a lot of fun.
yeah, Daemon X Machina. Now this is a game that was shown off during E3 2018, and I wasn't able to pay attention too much to the E3 presentation because I was driving. What the heck just happened to my papers? They all just flew away. And when I first saw the game, I didn't really know what I was kind of watching. I was a little confused because I didn't know if this was a first party game. I didn't know where this was coming from. But looking into it a little bit more, it's a first party Nintendo title, or at least published by Nintendo title, brand new IP, mech RPG game, and every time I see it, it looks better and better. So I'm excited to see where this game goes. If it reviews well and people are talking about it and say this is a good game, definitely something I'll pick up because I love grabbing the latest Nintendo IP because they're actually you never would believe me when I say this, but they're actually been releasing a lot of new IPs lately with Splatoon and Arms and this game and Box Boy and all this stuff. And
Right.
new brand new game. It looks good. Looks like there's actual characters in it, which is nice. And they got a demo starting today, which gives you I think 4 levels, which is cool. So
Yeah,
I'm definitely
4
gonna pick that up,
missions.
give it a try.
Yeah, no, it looks like a lot of fun. I was very interested in it when I saw it, and I might be getting it.
I hope it does well.
Very
If
well.
it does well, then I'll pick it up for sure. If it's kind of comes out like a wet fart, then
Well, maybe not.
I'm not gonna bother. Grid,
Kind of just gonna ignore it like I would a wet fart.
yeah, Grid Autosport, which is a surprisingly good-looking game for the Nintendo Switch.
It's pretty smooth looking for a racing game.
And that's about all I can say about this racing game. I
We
don't,
have we have a friend in our group who I think would enjoy this game.
I don't know if he would
But he's
enjoy
not good
paying
at racing.
$60 for the game, but he might.
No.
I'm sure he'll be like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Hellblade.
That's about all we'll hear.
Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice, which is it's
Yeah, this game is interesting because I was watching the direct today, and I had my girlfriend sitting next to me, and she saw it. And she goes, "I love that game. I used to play it. I want that game. I love the excitement. I can't wait to pick it up."
it's a very crazy game because it was made with not the biggest budget. It's definitely what you would call a double A or single A game. Not necessarily indie,
Yeah.
but it's definitely a little higher than that. And it had one of the most um, deep, impactful stories for what it was, and really good voice acting. There's a lot of there's some very strong themes that they're playing with in this game. Obviously, the big one is mental health, and it did very well. It got a lot of awards, lots of praise and stuff like that. And Microsoft actually recently bought that studio that made the game. It's called Ninja Theory, and so I'm not surprised that it's on the Switch because I'm sure it was already in the works before. But
Right.
it's interesting to see it in what looks to be a really good looking version of it. For me though, it's on Xbox Game Pass, so if I'm gonna play it, I'll play it on my Xbox. But good to see it. Hopefully you and the girlfriend enjoy it. I feel like we're talking too much about girlfriends here. We should probably.
It's the time of the year, man. It's Valentine's Day tomorrow.
It's true.
Gotta
And we got another girlfriend game coming up with Mortal Kombat 11. No, I'm kidding. You're getting that for PS4?
I am going to be picking that up for PS4. Switching from the girlfriend topic to the brother topic, my brother and I both have PlayStation 4s. We both love Mortal Kombat. So, yes.
Makes sense. I was gonna say 'cause
Maybe I'll get it for both consoles. I'm crazy sometimes, but maybe I'll get it for both consoles so that I can play with you and the rest of the guys.
I would
because
say
there are some of us in our group that don't have a PlayStation 4.
if I were to take a guess, I would say that you should buy it for PS4 and just buy it for PS4. I want to support a game like this on Switch, but something tells me I think it's going to do pretty well. I think just being on Switch, and I think people will pick it up. So I don't think it necessarily needs a whole lot of support. But right. I can't see Dylan picking this up. Alex maybe, but Alex has a PS4, so.
Alex, I think, said he was going to get it for the PS4 also.
So yeah, so it's not like you need to get it on Switch. If I'm gonna get the game, I'll just get it.
I think Dylan said he was gonna get it though. We were talking about it the other night. I'm not entirely certain.
That's a a stretch of a statement from Dylan saying he'll pick up a game.
Yeah.
Unravel 2, actually a girlfriend game. It's a cute little indie game. Good reviews, cute story, fun gameplay. Nothing more to say. Assassin's Creed Remastered coming out March 21st includes Assassin's Creed Liberation Remastered. I gotta say, from the trailer of this game, I loved Assassin's Creed 3. It's one of my favorite Assassin's Creeds. Right. It looks like absolute trash on the Switch.
Yeah, it didn't look that good, really. It looked like... Have you ever played Assassin's Creed on the Wii U?
You mean Assassin's Creed 3 on the Wii U?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. It looked like that quality, and that quality was bad.
I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was the trailer, but the backgrounds just looked so flat, and I don't know. It looked really bad. Which is so strange to me. And I might pick up the game, but if I'm going to pick it up, I'm definitely picking that up on a console that can handle it.
Yes.
I'll make a prediction right here. I think we're going to get an exclusive Switch Assassin's Creed game. Who knows when that will be, but I think that'll happen sometime.
Dude, what if we got an Assassin's Creed character for Super Smash Bros?
That would be like... yes, that'd be cool. I don't think Assassin's Creed is necessarily the franchise they're gonna go for.
Right.
It would work. There's plenty of stuff you can do with Assassin's Creed. Just imagine like the hidden blade just stabbing. Final Fantasy VII releases in March.
Woo!
I mean,
for that.
I've only owned 7 on my PSP, and I think I got through.
Wow.
I got to the desert, I think. Huh?
So talk about a throwback, a PSP.
You know what the strangest thing? I swear, I don't know if this must have been a joke tweet. I swear I saw that Tetris 99 was coming out for the PlayStation Portable. And I'm like, is it not coming out on Vita? Like, what is going on? Like, I think it was a joke tweet, but I just thought that was funny to see.
Funny.
But yeah, maybe I might pick this game up. Final Fantasy VII. Obviously, it's a great game. Good platform to have it on.
I think PlayStation needs to give another crack at a PlayStation Portable because that was one of the coolest things ever, man.
They did. It's called the Vita, and it failed so much. I think
we need to try again, man.
I don't think Sony's gonna touch a portable system with a 10-foot pole. not unless the only thing that I would see is if it's literally the PlayStation Portable that's just the console, but you can take it portably when the PlayStation 5s come around. Because we're seeing this thing where it's like we're probably gonna get PlayStation 5 standard console, PlayStation 5 discless, just downloadable stuff. PlayStation 5, the streaming box where you can stream games, and then maybe even the PlayStation Switch.
PlayStation Switch?
Which is funny because the Vita was actually a Switch before a Switch was a Switch.
Right. But it failed.
Because Sony forgot to put games on it. Chocobo's Mystery Dungeon.
Chocobos!
That's cute. I don't really care though.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy IX out today. I've never played Final Fantasy IX. And I know it's good. Should probably pick it up at some point, but RPGs, man. Got no time for RPGs.
Yes, sir.
This next game honestly was probably the game of the direct for me. Probably the game I'm most excited about. It's Astral Chain, which is a
Yes.
brand new game from Platinum Games, Hideki Kamiya, and the director of Nier Automata. I am this game. Usually I'm not someone when I watch a Nintendo Direct, unless I'm watching like Smash Bros. Or a Super Mario game or a Legend of Zelda game. I'm usually not like kind of watering at the mouth like, oh my god, this looks really good. But for whatever reason, what I saw in that game, I was like, this looks super fun. And then revealing like it's a brand new Nintendo Switch exclusive Platinum action game. I was I was blown away. I'm like, how does this thing even exist? And it's coming out this year? That is so awesome. It looks great.
Yeah.
It looks great. The gameplay looks awesome. You have a robot alien dog thing that you ride on.
Yeah, no, that looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah,
It looks very cool, smooth. Um, yeah, no, I was very intrigued by it.
just great. I mean, Platinum is such a great developer. Nier Automata, Bayonetta 1 and 2, Wonderful 101. I was about to say Legend of Korra, which wasn't that great, but it's they're great. And for them to just pull this out of their sleeve out of nowhere, it's like, oh my god, it's actually a brand new game. Now, the flip side of that is that they said right afterwards, because obviously they had to respond to this, is that they said, hey, we know you're waiting for Bayonetta 3. We're working on it. They're still working on it. More news later. Which
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are going to be disappointed to hear that because it's been so long since Bayonetta 3 was announced. But to me personally, like I like Bayonetta. I played both of them on the Wii U, strangely enough. And
Right.
to me, Bayonetta was more about the gameplay than the actual story. The story was over the top and ridiculous and fun, and I like Bayonetta as a character. But to have this new game, Astral Chain, come out and be like, here's that great platinum gameplay you love with an awesome twist. You have this robot alien mutant thing. What are they called? Stands from JoJo, like fighting alongside of you. I was like, this looks so awesome. And to me, having this year in replace of Bayonetta 3 is perfectly fine by me. What do you think?
No, I am in agreement with you on this. It's a perfectly good placeholder for the time being till Bayonetta 3.
It's coming out
I
in
think it's gonna
August.
be,
That's really soon.
yeah, yeah, very soon actually.
Yeah. I'm super excited for this game. I think this
Flying by.
game.
We're already,
Huh?
yeah. I'm saying this year is flying by, so
Yeah.
it'll be August before you know it.
Yeah, it's been nice having this sort of kind of lull in game releases, so I could just play Kingdom Hearts for the longest time. I don't. I'm glad there's nothing really else coming out. But yeah, Astral Chain. It looked really cool. I'm so excited for that game, and I'm just shocked that Nintendo is still pulling these like surprise Switch exclusives like out of nowhere, with Marvel Ultimate Alliance coming this summer. This game now, Bayonetta 3 and Bayonetta 2 being exclusives. What else? Tetris 99.
Yes.
Exactly. And now for the We Got One More Thing game. It was
Crown jewel of the direct.
Crown Jewel of the Direct, Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening Remastered. What an opening,
Ooh.
what a reveal, and what a fucking adorable art style.
Yes.
I
It looks amazing.
Legend of Zelda never ceases to try something new. And I'm not someone who will really be put off by art styles. That being said, I did kind of diss the Bloodstain art style. I don't think Zelda will ever come out with a game that I won't be like, oh, it looks so good, because literally anything excites me. Obviously, I don't want the same thing over and over again for years and years. I like that change. Like I wouldn't want this type of art style 3 times in a row. I like going back to having that more mature Breath of the Wild, Twilight Princess kind of style. But having this in between is just like, oh, I'm so excited. It looks so cute. It looks so fun. I've never played Link's Awakening before, so this is like a brand new game to me. I'm excited for this one. And I know you've played it, so go ahead.
Yeah, like I said though earlier, it's been a very long time since, but I'm very excited for it.
So it'll almost be like a new game to you.
Kind of, yes. I do remember playing it on the Game Boy years ago, but I'm just gonna act as if like this is brand new to me.
Yeah.
Here we go.
For me,
New
this
adventure.
is like brand new Zelda game coming out. What I'm gonna assume is October. No, not October. September or December. I don't know. It depends on when Animal Crossing is, but because obviously I would assume like we might as well. I'll get into that in a second. But that was such a great way to end off the conference. Like the Mario Zelda 1-2 punch to cap off the direct. This is a fantastic direct.
I agree. Definitely. They ended it perfectly.
Yeah, and it just seems like Nintendo has just a crazy lineup of games this year. Not only do they have games like Smash Bros. And Captain Toad, and what I assume to hopefully be Mario Party eventually, just getting content after content updates. Smash Bros. Obviously go on for the entire year. I assume, Mario Tennis will get some more updates as well. It's exciting to see those games kind of keep developing. But they have like a big major hit almost every month. Next month we got Yoshi. After that we got Box Boy and the Starlink update. We've got Mario Maker after that, then Fire Emblem, then somewhere in there is Daemon X Machina, and then right after that is this Astral Chain game. And then even after that, they have like even bigger hits after that. They've got what I'm probably going to assume is Zelda in September. That seems like the right spot for it. Luigi's Mansion, I would bet would be a Halloween release kind of game. That makes sense to me. We didn't see Luigi's Mansion 3, but we saw it last Direct. And they said it would come this year. So I'm assuming that's correct. I'm assuming that's still happening and being an October game. We've got Pokemon.
Right.
Pokemon Gen 8, the big one, coming out in November. Well, I assume is November. And then Animal Crossing somewhere in there. Which, who knows when Animal Crossing is coming out? I'm honestly surprised they didn't show anything from that. But, yeah, every month there's like a smash hit somewhere in those things. And, I mean, you got Tsum Tsum coming out somewhere in 2019. Dragon Quest, Marvel Ultimate Alliance. It's gonna be a really good year for Nintendo, I think. And if all these games kind of come out, do what they need to do, sell their units, I think it's gonna be a great year.
Yeah, they've got a great lineup for 2019 for sure.
For sure. I think we'll get another Direct sometime in April, like kind of early April, kind of teasing some of the E3 games. I think they'll talk about Luigi's Mansion there, maybe throw in Metroid Trilogy, Pikmin, who knows. But I would assume that Animal Crossing is going to be their big E3 game, because they seem to be doing that more and more now, where 3 years ago was like, here's an E3 all about Zelda, and then here's an E3 all about Odyssey, and then here's an E3 all about Smash Bros. So I assume next E3 all about Animal Crossing. So
right.
But yeah,
makes sense.
And I think that's gonna about do it to us. Do it for us.
Do it to us. Do it to us.
Oh wait, I still have a little bit of tea.
Ah, yes, some good old-fashioned tea ASMR to finish off this podcast.
We hope you enjoyed this special Talk About episode for February 2019.
Oh my god.
I've been your host, Joe, aka Banter, and he's been Joey, aka Hooligan. We hope you enjoyed this lovely little discussion. We had a great time doing it, and we look forward to hearing you guys in the comments. Give us some feedback. We've got another episode of Smash and Chat Power Hour coming out later this week as well as Thunder Theater, the Crash Bandicoot finale coming later this week, as well as more Needabone games. So stay tuned for that. Thank you all for watching. Joey, you wanna any closing thoughts?
Uh, no closing thoughts. Thank you for joining us tonight, folks.
Okay.
We'll see you next time.
Have a good day. Bye.